Turn left.
Welcome everybody. You join me as I approach my pickup point here for my next trucking journey. And I thought, why not just take you all, while I've stalled my car, why not take you all on this journey with me? So I hope you'll enjoy this little video. And let's get ourselves in here and get our actual load attached to our truck. I think that would be a good idea. It's a bit dark. It was a bit dark in the sim when I was driving. But there's a reason why I'm driving on this particular journey. And that'll
You have
become
arrived
clear
at your
once we pick
destination.
up this load.
Your route guidance is now finished.
This looks as though it's some sort of trucking mechanism we're picking up, doesn't it? Well, let's just use my not so good driving skills here. But the bonus is I'm not using the in-game screens. I'm using the truck as I should be, and I've got my wee mobile there for my navigation. Once I've got the cache installed on this save and I can upgrade my truck, I'll get the navigation put in the truck as well. And then maybe we can stop using the pulled out mirrors and the HUD.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this right enough. Let's go. So like I was saying at the start of the video there's a reason why I'm taking you on this journey. And it's because I'm using a mod, which you can maybe see there from the logo hanging from my interior mirror, that I'm playing on Truckers MP. And for anybody that's new that doesn't know what that means, generally is that it takes all the AI out of the original game, and MD you see on the road is a real life interactive player. So with that in mind, because it's real life people, there's specific rules that we've all got to abide by, and you've got to drive and do things correctly. So at the moment, I don't know if anybody knows this, but SES has got two different sims. They've got one in Europe and they've got one in America. At the moment, this mod, the busiest locations are in the Europe version and in certain areas, which means it can be congested, the same as being on the road on real life. So you can be stuck in traffic jams. But what I've decided to do, because the American side of the servers on this mod are reasonably quiet, I thought I'll take you on this journey with me today and I'll let you see what it looks like. And fingers crossed we do come across some other truckers out there as we're driving, and we can see as we go along. I know this particular area of this sim is not so much motorway, it's all going through towns and things. So I was kind of hoping that it would be scenic enough for you, and this might be the best load to show you me driving on multiplayer. And hopefully not getting banned for crashing. But yeah.
Go straight.
Just pity it wasn't so dark. But I'm pretty certain that not so long afterwards we will come up to a little town which should have lights and things. See a bit more of the sim. excuse me there while I drive on the line. Not so great in the dark driving. I can in real life, but in the sim it's just a bit too dark for my liking. I maybe need to get more lights on the front of my truck. But here's one of the first wee towns.
Stay left, and then turn left.
Okay then.
Turn left.
One of the rules in this mod as well is you are supposed to stop at all the stop signs, because obviously there's going to be real players about, but they do let you, if nobody's about, they do let you carry on so you're not sitting. But in the interest of my game, I don't like getting the fines inside the game, so I'm probably just going to stick to the official rule, whether there's people there or not, and pretend I'm driving in real life, and I'm going to stop at the stop signs if I can, that is. Hoping the journey's not going to be too long for you as well. I don't want to cut out anything, so we'll talk and we'll drive at the same time, and maybe it's boring. It was. Just with me driving and using my driving skills. Oh, hang on. Right, I remember this bit now. This is a little tunnel that we went under, and just as I was coming into this town, I seen a little viewpoint that I wanted to stop at, so I thought if we were doing this drive backwards, we can get to this viewpoint here and I could maybe put the viewpoint on the video instead. So I'm sure it was just round these corners underneath these tunnels. This looks like it coming up here. What we'll get to see and what we won't get to see is a different story. but it gets another thing ticked off in my game that I viewed it. So let's just do it together. Hopefully we can actually see. Might come back in the daylight at one point and see if we can see anything. But we'll keep this cutscene in for you and we'll let you see the cutscene. If you can see it, that is. You can let me know below. But I think you can see parts of it. I don't think it's too bad. It's only because when you're playing on Truckers MP, all the in-game time is all the same for everybody, so you can't skip through the darkness like you can in the original version of the game. You've got to drive through the night time whether you like it or not. So I could have sat, but then again I couldn't sit and wait for the night time to pass, because if you're caught sitting not driving for too long, the server will kick you out for being away from your keyboard. So you can sit, you can pull over, you can stop and get out of people's way, and you can go and do what you need to do, but you've got a certain time limit that you can be sitting idle for. So sitting idle all the way through the night is not really an option. Your best option, if you don't want to drive in the dark, is to close the sim down, go and do something for maybe half an hour, whatever the in-game time ratio is, maybe an hour. Come back after then and rejoin the server again, and then you can drive in the daylight. But that seems like a complicated thing. If you want to play there and then, just play. So I just drive in the dark. That's my motto. Well, apologies, I'm taking you on this nighttime route. in the area was going to be nice enough for me to video and explain that I've been playing on Truckers MP quite a few times now. And it's just to see if I can see empty around and make some friends in the trucker ways, but I'm not going to explore it to its expense. It's just so I'm not driving constantly on my own. My own that in mind as well, so I'm not on my own constantly. As when you're on MP, there's certain convoys that they set up that all players can join. Usually about 500 people joining it, which can be overwhelming. And you've got to keep up with everybody, and you've got to stick in the convoy, and you've got to stick to the rules. I wanted to join one a wee while ago, but I was too scared and too nervous about it. So I watched one on the stream just to see. I think I started off and then I ended up getting kicked for not having a trailer attached. So the first attempt wasn't so great. Oh, hello.
Safe travel, Susie.
Go
Just
straight.
wishing me my safe travels. So I don't talk on the thing, so what I'll do is I'll just say hello to him, just to acknowledge that I heard him.
Happy trucking.
Thank
Go
you,
straight.
mate. One of these days I might use the BC and I might just talk to you, but at the moment I'm just going to stick to here. But thank you for saying hello on your way by. It was very, very kind of you, whoever you are, and if you are watching this video later on, thank you. Like I was saying earlier on, we were talking about the official convoys. I did try and start one and ended up getting kicked, like I said. So I thought the next time I'll try it one more time.
Go straight.
I'll look at the rules and everything again and find out and see if I can make the second one a success. And that second one, while I was recording this drive here, that second one was due a couple of days later. So I'm doing this voiceover after that event. I can maybe let you know how it goes on once we get through this little town. Sounds as though there's a pub or music going on right nearby, doesn't it? Is that just me? Technically I can drive ahead here, but like I said earlier, I'm going to just stick with the rules, whether somebody's around or not. Hang on, we'll get myself in gear here and don't stall. And I think I have stalled. I'm manually selecting my gears now, so I think with the trucking version of manually selecting gears, you've got so many that you've got to have it in the right section of gears. I don't know what the official word is, but this truck here, I think this truck's got 18 gears in it. So I'm getting used to it. When I drive in real life, I only drive for 6. So it's a big change. And I'm not a trucker, remember, I don't know how to truck. So you might get the odd occasion that might stall, being in the wrong selection of gears, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to try and do my best. We're heading out of town again, so what I'll do is I'll update you what happened on that convoy. Yep, so we got all started, I took off, it was all great. Every now and again the players in front of me were going reasonably fast. It was kind of hard to keep up, part of the official guidance on the convoy was saying that we were all to try and reminding us to all keep up as well. So I was putting a wee bit of extra pressure on me to speed faster, to catch up, which I don't really like doing. I don't like being put under pressure like that. So because of that reason, I tried to catch up to the trucks in front, and they were all stopped just as I was turning round, and I couldn't brake in time. So I narrowly avoided trying to rear end somebody, because it's trying to get the physics of the braking system in the game to catch up in time. And that's different from real life driving. So I'm
Go
hoping
straight.
I'm going to get that down to a T soon. But in that particular thing, a collision didn't happen because I did stop my truck in time and I was a perfect safe driver. But somebody at the back end of me did what I was doing and did ram into somebody. Of course they did. So
Go straight.
they rammed into the back of me. So I ended up getting a bit of trailer damage and truck damage, which in turn put stress on my engine. So I decided to carry on instead of taking myself out of the situation. I did try and carry on. I got a wee bit, mostly halfway, maybe coming up to 3/4 of the way of the journey. And then because part of the journey was going through sidey streets like this, with the state of my engine at a particular time because of that earlier event, I was having problems trying to keep up and use the bendy roads. So I did have to pull over to the side, take myself off to service, and eventually decline the rest of the tour. So even though I gave it a good shot again,
Go straight.
I still didn't manage to complete. So they do this on a monthly version. So what I might just do is I might join again on the next one, and we'll give it another go. Maybe I'll be a wee bit better by then. But I don't talk to them online. I don't use there is an in-game, like what you've seen there with that player earlier on, there is an in-game communication system. And some of them did use Discord, which I'm not planning to do because I want to stay true to my flying crew, and I want to be just online there and just be a silent driver, if you know what I mean, on the truck sims. But I also
Go
want
straight.
to meet friends as well, just so maybe now and again, not so much friends, but people that I can say hello to, if you know what I mean, or talk just on in-game chat there. So I'll be using the typing version though, when I'm on this mod. And because you're using this mod, there's rules about using any other mods in the game. So what I've done is I've used myself, even I don't know if anybody's seen my videos beforehand.
Go
There's a wee
straight.
town coming 2 seconds in. Just take a look here while we're passing. Good. Nice wee sort of quiet town. Slow down, I just don't want to zoom too fast going through here. Can be a bit lonely, like you see, driving you're alone. But
Go straight.
stop at these stoplights. We'll behave like we should. time, it does look pretty nice with all the lights on it, doesn't it? And all the signs lit up. I like that aspect. Makes it feel a bit more real.
Go straight.
That's another thing, if you don't have your lights on as well, you get kicked out the server as well. You get so many seconds to switch them on, and you've got a time period where they must be on, whether it's dark or not. So if you don't have it on within that time period, then obviously, because there are thousands, we're talking a good 4,000 or 5,000 people here in each server. Not the American side, right enough, but in Euro driving. You can go to one of the quieter servers, right enough, but the main big server on Euro Truck anyway, I've seen it in excess of 3,000 to
Stay
4,000 people. But they all congest themselves around certain areas, so you can have nice wee quiet drives as well, which is quite good. But I do like the aspect of meeting a good couple, maybe 20 or 30 people along my journeys, just saying hello on the way past, do a wee toot. I do like that. Part of the reason why I use a mod. So like what I was saying earlier on, because you can't use any other mods, I've made a new save. So I've got my
Stay
personal
right,
save
and then turn right.
that was working on, and I've got this new unmodded save
Turn
for
right.
Truckers MP. And because I've been driving in both of them and get my achievements, my older truck achievements, because I can link both of them up, so I can still use the two saves to get my World of Truck achievements that I like. So because I was trying to get the events that were happening not that long ago, I was using this multiplayer one. So I built the two of them up to roughly about the same sort of stage. So when I feel like driving on MP, I'll use this save. And when I just want to drive on the normal sim, if this gets too lonely and I want some cars and things about, then I'll go back to my other save, which I can have the other real life company names and everything in. I'll go back to that save and I'll progress that save a wee bit further, and I'll have the two of them running in tandem on each sim. So in effect, really, I've got four companies if you think about it. Two company names. This name here is called Nessie's Freights, of course. Yep, I was going to make these all guess, but I thought, no, I'll just tell you, right? So it's Nessie's Freights, and eventually what I'll do is I'll try and get my truck to some sort of colours and things. Because especially see when you drive on this MP, you see all the nice modded trucks, not modded trucks, but painted trucks that they've all designed, which are all quite nice. So I will get myself a paint job and maybe create myself a paint job at some point. Maybe a wee picture of an essay and everything and put Nessie's Freights against it, and I'll have all my trucks with that paint job on it. That's maybe an idea what I'm thinking of. But the other one that I've got for my personal saves is both of them are called Scots in Europe and Scots in America. And I'm sure you've seen that in a previous video when I showed you all the achievements and things and where I was,
Go
what
straight.
stage I was on. And this is another little town as we're approaching here. Eventually what I'll do is I'll do another video as well on Nessie's Freights, and I'll keep you updated on both. So I might do a Nessie's Freights upload and a Scots and Euro upload, and I'll
Go
keep
straight.
you updated on each Let's Play as I'm driving through them. And I'll give you the status every so often. Not so bad here without the in-game instruments and using the truck. Huge step forward. And it's the added pressure that I've got to use all the rules because I'm an MP. So I've got the natural awareness of looking around me to see if anybody's around as well. So in my book, this makes it a little more realistic. Because you have to have your
Go
wits about
straight.
you. You do have to have your wits about you as well when you play with the AI game trucks. And the AI are improving miraculously these days. There's more versions and more different variations of things, which I really, really like. Just wish the two of them could. Technically, the two of them could be put together, but I can see why they don't have AI, because they can't have the same AI in the same area for everybody, which is understandable. Even though I play with the normal sim and the AI drivers, that's still me driving on my own. Unless I've got any friends that can come into the in-game convoy system eventually, and we could maybe do a drive, one or two drives together. But it does make it a little more interesting.
Go straight.
Oh good, we've got the clearance. Yes. Clearance to bypass us. Perfect. Let's just do that then. I mean, it seems to be in some sort of wee town by the looks of things. It's unusual. It's usually in the outskirts of town.
Stay right, and
Through
then
here
continue
anyway.
straight. Go
Now
straight.
now you see why I wanted to take you on this particular route. It's because there's so many wee towns and things you go on. I've done some of this myself. I was driving some of the route back, but not all of it. I do want to try and get perfection in both saves. That's my aim. Build both companies up the proper way. I'm not using any cheats, because that to me is defeating the purpose of playing a game and get your money's worth from it. Play the game as is and you get your achievements and your own benefit. That's my motto anyway. The only time I reckon a cheat should be used is if the game has crashed and that's your only way of retrieving yourself. Which then I think should be okay then, because technically that's not your fault, that's part of the game. On any game I'm talking about here, I'm not just talking about this one, I'm talking about any game
Stay right.
that cheats at the moment. That's the only really time they should be used. To get you back to a stage that you were at. Down here by the looks of things. Now, is this a bit, I need comments down below. Is this a Ferris wheel or is it a wheel that puts water round? Pumps water? I should have looked out my window there as I was bypassing when I was driving. But I'm not sure if it's supposed to simulate a kid's Ferris wheel, or if it's like, you know, sometimes you get these sort of water wheels in the middle of wee rural areas that are pumping the water through the canals for the ships and things, or for us to live with. I can't decide either or. I think that's a bit close to that town there, so my guess is it's a normal Ferris wheel. You can let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts was on that. I'll drive back in the daytime one time maybe, and I'll maybe pull in and park up beside it and try and get a screenshot for us to confirm what it does look like. It's a good thought. Right, I'll put that in the diary. I'll do that at some point when I'm back over this area. It'll be interesting to figure out in the comments what you all thought that was as well. It's a bit hard to see in the dark. And I do need to have settings that I can look at. I think I use my mouse to look out the windows and look out the sides, because there is a little button you can zoom in on your instruments as well, which is quite good. Got a configuration like that on my mouse. I've got my wheel and my to say my shifter gear things. What are they called? Simulation world. So, I'm now manually driving. I'm not using auto in-game shifter, so it's just a wee cheap version one that I got out of a second-hand shop that was going cheap at that time. And I've traded in a few things to get it, so
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Because of the reason it's a wheel that I've got second hand, it looks as though like a kid's drew all over it. It's all over the place. But to me, that's just the thing works, and what it looks like is a totally different story. It's not actually that bad, really, to be honest. There's only a couple of wee marks on it that's been used by a pen, but that, to me, is not a huge issue. Just a wheel that drives. And it did get rid of some old chat and things that were about the house at the time for trading in with, so I wasn't using, getting rid of, and I'm getting used out of this, so to me it's a win-win situation there. Previous videos as well, if my day becomes too stressful and I just want to chill, I've got this game just to switch on and just drive, because there's no thought, no additional energy that I have to put into it. Going to the bonus stages tour here again, doesn't it? I haven't seen anybody else on the road yet. So far we've only met that one person. Chase cam, I'll let you see, but yeah. See how lonely it can get in American Sim? It's because there's every time I come onto the American version on Truckers MP, there's about 100 people compared to 3,000. So you can see why. And I don't know if it's because I'm in the UK and all the Americans are all sleeping with the time difference. I don't know. But I have tried playing like in UK time between like 9 and 11. You do get a few more people, but you can still get to about roughly the same, 100. So I don't think many people that play the American Sim actually use Truckers MP all that often. I think Euro Truck seems to be a bit more popular. Maybe because it's the first one out, I don't know. But It would be a little more. Well, I think we could get more people on this side of the servers, get them on American Sim, get them maybe one day just do an all-nighter and maybe try driving maybe in my time or travel over to America and drive in daylight. Well, in real life and drive in daylight. No, what I'll do is maybe if I do one night that I can't sleep and I'm up for any particular reason, I might just try and jump on the sim and see if that's maybe why every time I jump on here it's quiet. It's mainly because of the time difference. In real life, I'm talking, yeah. But it could possibly be that stage. But it could also just be it's not popular enough. And everybody's just playing the normal in-game version. Because, like you say, this MP version here can be really boring. There's nobody around. Because you've not got the AI traffic, and if you've not got real life traffic, then it's just you and the open road. Like you see here. I was hoping we were going to meet a lot more people. It sadly doesn't look the case like that, does it? You get me, myself and I driving this time. I'm hoping that it just gives you a little insight of what it's like. And if I do have any American drivers out there that watch this video, maybe if you don't play this, you can maybe check it out. What I'll do is I'll put the actual mod and things in the description of my video down below, and you can maybe investigate for yourself. It's something you don't need to pay for anything, so don't worry about that. It's just a matter of installing your game, installing this mod onto your PC, and linking up your Steam accounts. That's all really it is. You don't have to pay anything to do anything. That's maybe why there's a good 3,000, 4,000 people in Eurotruck. You can't get the people that want to cause problems, which you just report them and ban them. But you could possibly, I think if you were streaming, you could possibly get the odd troll out there and all. So it's maybe not great for that kind of things. It could be great just to play normal. Hide away for a wee while. Get the feeling of people driving along humanly with you. It might, don't know, don't quote me on this, but it might even be a nice solution to learning how to drive. I don't know, but who knows? The rules can be quite strict, but you can also have fun as well. It's mainly there for protecting people as well, so people don't get bullied or anything online or anything, things like that. So I can get why they've got slightly good strict rule in. It has been running alongside their main there are good connections with the SCS software of the game. So I think this Truckers MP has been running 10 years, as far as I'm aware, and I'm sure one of the Sims not far away from that as well. So they've been running in conjunction with each other for some time. people that make the mod and the people that make the game are all friends and things in real life. It does mean as well when you're trying to join on highways from the side street or anything, and you come out and you don't look, you crash into people, then you could get banned. They can report you for not driving properly. Well, I haven't had that situation yet because I've been very, very careful on my driving, and I don't know if my real life experience with driving cars on roads has played a part in that I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm gutted about that bit of my convoy that I was saying earlier on as well, but we're getting forced to drive faster. I mean, that is a point. See if it was driving on real life and you had somebody behind you tooting like mad to make you drive faster, that's going to come in a collision. Of course it is. So doing that in game is it's not great because you're just anticipating trouble. So if that does happen maybe when I'm just playing like this, just playing normal, and I do have that angry driver behind me because I'm going too slow at a bit, I just let them pass. They can just be angry and toot the horn all they like. In my book, I'll drive the way I want to drive. As long as I'm not disobeying any rules by doing that, then I don't see the problem. Might teach some of the players that just want to drive like Forenza, just want to drive and zoom about, crash in and do all that sort of things. If that's the sort of game you like, then go and play them other games. In my book, stay away from here. Like the people that want to drive properly, drive properly. Earn their achievements in legitimate ways. Slowly building up on my Steam achievements. Well, that's another thought as well, but I might put my Steam profile in down below as well. And if anybody wants to hook up to be friends, do a couple of convoys together, whether it's on this or just on the normal game, it doesn't bother me. We can maybe get some Steam friends going that are truckers. I'm not going to sit and chat to you though. I'm not going to right now. I'm originally started with flight simming, and that's where I'm going to stick because at the moment I'm really looking forward to 24. That's what I'm holding out for the now, and sort of start afresh again on 24, which is what I'm hoping for. It's going to leave achievements and things in 2020. I think because the way 2024 is looking is kinda the way I want to play. I know many of you trucking people that are sitting watching this video are not flight simmers. I'll not bother talking about that too much just now, but you can go and check out my other videos so you can see what I mean. I'm just trying to build up this company to build up my truck, and I'm I'm really looking forward to when I can put a sat nav in the truck. Get a bigger screen than this little mobile. It's tiny. It's tiny. But I can bring up the in-game HUD as well, and I can use the big version. Where's the fun in that? Make things a little bit more realistic and do what we can. I'm pretty certain at some stage I would need to either get myself some petrol or pull in to get a rest, because we have been driving, how long is this video so far? About 45 minutes. So I don't know how much that is in game time life and how much distance we've covered, but I reckon in a wee while we should, what the HUD will do, even though I've got it invisible at the moment, it will pop up like what you've seen with the base station. It will pop up if I'm getting tired and I need petrol, but it'll only do that when I'm getting really close to each of them. Not dangerously low, but low enough. I don't have many miles ahead of me, if you know what I mean. I really should be judging myself. I haven't seen anywhere places you can pull over. I don't think any of you have either. I think this is that much of a rural country over here that there's not many places to. If you've not got enough petrol in your car, then your problems. That's another thing with Truckers MP as well. See when you, I don't know how many of you all play these games, but see if you do play the game, like the original version of the game with the AI, and you run out of fuel mid-journey, you've got the option to get emergency fuel into your next pump to pump up. But see in Truckers MP, you don't get that. So if you run out of fuel, you run out of fuel. And what you need to do is you need to call services, and then your truck is then put to service station, and because your truck's put to the service station, you lose your load and your job that you were driving. So it becomes very hefty price. I don't recommend getting yourself that low on petrol that will happen, because depending on what job you've got and how far you are into the journey, you could be financially in your in-game financials. That's what I mean. You could be financially at a disadvantage. Oh, here's Montana coming up, and we can bypass here. So there you go. There's a HUD telling me again. Perfect. So what we could do is you just do a wee quick scan when you did that to see what petrol you've got. So we're still got a fair bit of amount in our tank, and my blue little bed is slowly approaching sleepy times. What I could have done here is, because you can sleep at these way stations, I could have pulled over anyway, went to a sleepy station at the way station and just done my sleep. Because when you're on MP as well, to switch radios and things on, or to go into the map screen, you have to pull over and actually physically stop your car. In-game version, you can just press map and do what you need to do and then continue driving. So right now I'm taking a risk by driving
Stay
past
left.
that I'm going to get another sleepy point before I need it. That's when I should be using that little mobile of mine, zooming in and seeing if there is anywhere close before I go too tired here. I think, with my knowledge of driving and gaming, I think I'll be okay. Every confidence that we can do both. Not stop too many times, because after all, I'm taking you on this journey with me. I don't want to be stopping 5 million times on my way.
Stay left.
Then that'll take a good 5 hour video, which I don't think you'll want to watch 5 hours of trucking. Don't know, but maybe one day I'll stream, I don't know. But I don't think 5 hour long video of me just driving is in the cards. It's not for me anyway, because there's life situations that do go on as well. But you can't be at your computer for that length of time all the time. You need to get out of the house, you need to get out and walk about and stretch your legs and go and do what you need to do and get the shopping in, do the washing, get the grass cut, tidy the house, do the housework. So there's loads of stuff that makes it that you can't sit at your computer 24 hours a day. Much as I'd like to, but I think this video's turning out to be long enough, and I don't think I would ever go approach this length of video. I don't think. I think the only expertise, if I did go a wee bit longer, is I would stream and I would just sit and drive, talk to you all that way. At the moment, I'm quite happy just making my videos at the moment. Soon see I'm streaming both games, so I'll be down to future me. Who knows? But I'm wanting to just continue my videos just as and when I can. I'll try and keep them coming regular. Well, there is another big project I've been working on. It's been taking so much of my time these days. Look, here we go. So we're running out of petrol and we're probably not going to sleep. So we're getting told to pull into this one. Was that just warning me that we've not got very many fuels? I think that was just warning me. So be on the lookout, people. Please don't let me stop midway, because then this video is going to be all for nothing. I want to be, please. Surely my experience here with driving is, especially driving, I can't remember how many hours I've got in both of these sims now. I'll maybe put that up in the corner for you eventually. I have been driving quite a while, so I've came to the conclusion that most places you either get too many driving, you get too many stop-off points, or you get too little, or sometimes you just get enough. So there should be one hopefully approaching. We can make it. If it was our choice to drive by, then that's our choice. But at least the game gave us the option of pulling in. Fingers crossed. Civilization coming up here. It looks like. Is that just another sign? signs, but signs are good in my book. It could mean we're approaching some sort of town again. Oh, these drivers. We're really only going to see one person on this journey. One person. I usually get about half a dozen. If that. But one person. Okay then. Let's hope. We've still got another wee bit of the video to go yet. Let's hope we can find more. Please say this is a place. Please say. Let me see. Does this look like a full stop that we can use? Yes. Yep, right. I'm going to make a detour. I know I said I wasn't going to, but we're going to have to, I think. If we drive past this, then we will be in trouble. In my book. So.
Rerouting.
Just ignore that beeper. I just need to get that switched off. It just means I'm a little bit too close to this fence. Because I've got my indicator on, but I don't think I'm that close. So I like to switch them off in game because sometimes they can be annoying. Find the setting again. Just pull in and we'll get ourselves some. Is it gas you say over here?
Stay right,
Americans call it
and
gas,
then continue
don't
straight.
they? We'll pull in.
Go straight.
I know they're trying to work on an electric truck. I've seen pictures of that in Europe on so far. I think it's just beta stages at the moment, but how cool would that be if it came into the game? Those wee points that you hook up your truck to. Yeah, well, that might be a future thing they're working on, who knows? Whether it can work in game, I don't know. Crickets and things outside, you can hear them. Is it crickets? Don't know. Some sort of wee animal anyway, isn't it? I associate every time I go over to America, or even if I go abroad elsewhere sometimes. And in Europe when I go abroad, you can hear the little birds and crickets and things in the background. Especially at night time. It's quite nice. It can be quite soothing sometimes. Hearing that. Whether I'm coming in the right place here, I don't know. But I'm just making myself over at this pump any way I can. There we go. Should look good there.
Okay, let's find a new route.
No, I'm getting myself some petrol, mate. Before we get stranded. All up bent. How much this cost me? That's not too dear. Well, how long have we got left? About an hour? Just under 2 hours? I reckon we can make that. Sure we can make that. Fucking everything looks in good order. What I might just do though is might just pull forward and we'll pull into this resting stop as well. And we'll get our little rest. And then we'll get this load delivered off. And hopefully the in-game time will turn to dawn. And we'll soon be able to see some daylight. Does that sound like a plan then, everybody? Don't want to stop the video here because all that drive would be for nothing, really. Let's just complete our job, at least the job we set out to do. Get ourselves to our ending point. You can see because this is practically real time here, this is probably the length of time it took me to do the actual drive as well. I didn't really stop very many places. So I think this is what a 8-hour drive. So 8 hours is done in about an hour and a half real time. We'll soon see at the end when I bring up the focus bit at the end. Like you've seen there, when you sit and rest, your in-game will move on, and any loan instalments or any job completions from your drivers, you'll get refunded and everything to you. But the actual in-game time on Truckers MP will stay the same. Because it's got to stay the same for everybody. Because you can't have somebody jumping ahead to a different time zone. Which I get. That's what makes it really interesting as well, is because you can't actually sleep. It's all as you go in real time. It does look as though it's starting to brighten up a bit. And we're going to have this last bit of the leg a wee bit more viewable and maybe a wee bit more brighter. It shouldn't take us too much longer to do this for the last couple hours. Excuse me there. Ourselves out of here, and this is where we've got to be careful, because the only bit that you can't crash in,
Finding new route.
the only part you can't crash into anybody is
Turn left.
the companies when you're picking up your job or you're dropping off your job. So things like that, like a petrol station, people can still come off and hit you, or you can come out of that turning there and
Stay
somebody
right,
could be coming along.
and then continue straight.
So you need to be careful that nobody's in the vicinity as you're coming back out of
Go straight.
the area. Just stop here at these lights again. We'll get ourselves back on the highway and back on route again. Is that a highway we were on? Wasn't it? Because we weren't in any major towns again. I could venture off and go looking at a town here, but I want to just get this load dropped off, get this video finished for you. We've got what we need to get. We had to get petrol and we had to sleep, so we've got both of them. So unless anything else crops up on our journey here, we should have a pretty nice chilled out drive here.
Stay right.
Now that the light time has come, I've got a burger in my truck. I maybe should have stopped off there at that petrol station and ate it, but we'll sit there for later. I started eating it and it was a bit maybe a bit weird. I don't know, but thought, put it in the bin when we get here. If I don't need it, that is. No, but I do like having all these wee sort of different things that you can plot about inside your truck and just have a bit of fun with it. If any of you want a bit of burger, then get yourselves over to America and come and get a bit. Come and find me on my travels. I think I've got a coffee cup and a water bottle in my truck as well. I can't show you now because this is me talking over the game afterwards. But I'm pretty certain that this is one of the trucks that I've got a water bottle in, just underneath, and I've got a coffee cup in there as well. So I do need to get myself to a bin if I'm not going to eat drink tomorrow. We're getting some daylight now and you're getting to see a bit more of the journey. More pleasant enough for me. This is the kind of way of the sim that I like driving. Just enough that you can see in daylight as well. The night time's not so great because it's too dark. But that, like I said earlier, that could be down to me not having enough lights on my truck. You've got to build up your company and you've got to build up your cash to upgrade certain things on your trucks, so
stay left.
Basic lights, I've only got basic lights. I'll just make do with the darkness. It was enough we could see where we were going. We didn't crash, we've not crashed yet, which is another good bonus. There's still not been empty around. We need to build up these servers where I can truck more people involved. Get a bit more interesting. Another town in ages as well, have they? It's not the kind of drive as what I thought it was. But if you've got to yourself to this stage of the video and you've not switched off, then I must be doing something right. You're still around. If you still like this kind of content, then let me know. A town here by the looks of things. Okay, maybe not. Half and a half, isn't it? Because I reckon we're actually on a big major highway now. I think. So we'll be bypassing all these wee towns again. Good, I can see it. I can see the window just a wee bit there as I'm driving along. The tail end of the videos make that a little bit more interesting. Trailer seems to be okay so far. things to talk about with videos that long. What else will we talk about, folks? Come on. This is when I need you to keep here. Just enjoying the scenery, that's all I'm doing. I'm sitting as I'm watching my wee screen with this voiceover. It's keeping my interest looking out the window. Oh, there you go, there's the game giving us something. Yay! Right. That'll keep us awake. Right. Sure we're all awake, still awake at this point. What I found out in both the games actually is if you don't not pull in, whoops, forgot it was this side. If you don't always pull in,
Recomputing.
then you can end up spending a hefty fine. Whether I've got truck damage or not, I'd have to take the pull in anyway, because you could end up having a lesser fine than you will for driving past. Let's turn over and we'll get ourselves weighed. Do what the game tells us. Okay. Perfect. We're all good to go. I'm sure I'll pull over here just for a wee second. Just because of real life activities. Sure, I'll just have to stop for just a wee second. Yeah, I thought so. I remembered right, it was this point. Sorry about that. I did have to jump away just for a wee minute or two. Okay, so let's just carry on then. Apologies everybody, didn't mean to make a stop there, but I'm sure you're all aware that real life things in real life will take over. You've got no option but to go and double check everything. Still nobody around. That might be a good benefit that there's nobody around, but it's so lonely. I do like having other trucks about, and most of my trucking MP experience have been over in Euro Truck, just because it is a busier area. But I do often find myself back here in American Sim as well, just to keep up and keep my saves going all at once. I'm sure they're all round about the same sort of level, maybe 15, 16 at this stage. I want to keep them all equal. That must be a loan instalment of some sort that I'm paying. Great. More money out of the bank account. Be good if some of my drivers get some of my money back as well. I have got one that's saved quite a few drivers from a few different garages as well. So I think that might be my next course of action, is do a little update on each of my saves. Just let you see my progress. like I said, if you watch any of my other videos as well, that there's another one that I know you are all going to like. Just sorry it's taken me so long to get it done, but you'll see why. And at the time I'm recording this one, the voiceover recording this one, that video that I'm talking about is going to be uploaded very soon. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. What I'll do is I'll get back to Spain and get the rest of my Spain adventures completed. So link up the top right corner when you what I mean about my Spain adventures, if you want to go and take a look. Might be good to reciprocate that, going around each of them different places in that tour in that other video. Reciprocate that in the truck. Do I do that or not? Might take the same route right round. I've got another idea in my brain. That's going to take a long video though, and it might be different segments as well. But we have done the route and the flight as 7 different sections, so maybe different sections trucking, maybe not the full drive like this, because I think the full drive like this is going to be forever. But I'll see if it's possible actually. I'll give that a go. I can maybe use the Truckers MP version and create my own wee jobs, so that I've got a job going in that direction. Or do I just use the in-game ones and just head in that direction? I said that before in a previous video. I really need to start taking notice of what I'm talking about now. But yeah. Well, that's another bucket list. I have taken note of that one. Whether it comes true or not, it's a different story, but I've taken note. It's a possible thought. I really want to get that Spain tour and flights done before 2024. When I get it completed. Don't know whether I'll start another one start then, but I don't think I will. But I think I'll fly the next lot in 2024. I think that's mainly, especially now it's imminent, it's starting to come closer and closer. So I think that's my next aim. Just finish the one we've got. And UV tours like that start off with as a fish.
Stay left.
Okay. We will. Is this a town coming up? No, maybe not. Surely we've not got much more to go now anyway. Surely. this load dropped off. Again. Amy, you're really putting it through me now, aren't you?
Stay left.
Well then. The game's trying to stop us from delivering this truck. Or this load even.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Is it the first two it let us past? Second two it's told us to come in? What the algorithm and that is, I don't know, but oh well, we'll do what the game says. So if I can do this properly. And we're still good to go again. Perfect. No money deducted. It's the way I like to see it. Mind that there could be somebody coming. See him down the road yet. Mirror mine actually looks pretty clear to me. Oops, wait a minute, I think I've just pulled out an error there.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Didn't realise we were that close.
Exit right.
Well then. Did make it. We've met one person. One person
Stay right,
in 90 minutes.
And then turn right.
Well.
Turn right.
Oh well. It is what it is. Turn right, can't we? On red? Yeah, we can. Good. I thought we could. That's what I need to learn the American side of things. Because it is slightly different rules. I don't know which states you're allowed to turn right on, which states you're not.
Go straight.
So sometimes when I drive over here, I tend to think, can I and can I not? Sometimes I'll get fined because it's not possible. And other times I'll be okay. But that's me down to not knowing. We'll stop here anyway. Technically we could carry on because there's nobody around, but the game will still charge me. Give me a ticket. So what's the point in that? Just stick to rules. For all it is, it's not long. And if this drop off point's up here.
Go straight.
I'm concentrating here, sorry, that's why I'm not talking. I'm concentrating to see where my next turn is. Watching the game. Voice over. I'm actually taking note of the scenery while I'm doing it. To be fair. I'm more looking at the windows than I am
and then turn right.
doing anything else. But I want to see what it's about. That's why I like doing these voiceovers. I've said it before. I know I've said it before.
Turn right.
Why I like doing these voiceovers afterwards is because I can get to see what I didn't see playing the game. If that actually makes any sense. So, in a way, a bit of benefit. When I do these journeys, I actually get a bit of a benefit to myself here.
Get ready to turn right.
Now, I think the load's just up here.
Turn right.
I get to see my dodgy parking skills once again. Make sure we get round the turning first. We don't want to crash into any barriers. Make a nice wide turn right round. You just use, what I do is when I'm turning round is I just use my mirrors. And I have a wee look where my trailer is. And that way you can see if there's a fence coming in the vicinity. This looks like we're pick-up point here and we're drop-off point.
This is where it ends.
What you'll see here in this mod is you'll see it coming up as a no collisions area. There you go, it tells you up at the right hand corner. So that now means that anybody that comes in this vicinity, we can't crash into each other. And that's mainly because there's so many people picking up different loads, picking up different things and dropping off. And it saves us all having to stand in a congestion kind of way, try to wait on somebody doing theirs first and another person doing them. It means all that happens is you sort of drive through the truck. That's all that happens. So it's quite good in that respect. Excuse me for burping there. We only can take this easy parking spot. So what I'm going to do is take a big wide turn right round. Just sort of limits, because if it's the only easy one, it tends to means to me that the truck's not possible to do the hard version, or the trailer's not possible to do the hard version, which means the easy version could become slightly more trickier. If I take a wider turn, should be able to pull this in nicely. I don't need to cause too much of a bother reversing back and forth and doing what I need to do. It's looking good so far. I think I'm pretty much straight, and it does look good to me getting them green little bars. Come on, surely. Surely. Come on. Looks pretty straight to me. Don't know if it does to you a lot, but it does to me. We'll check. Just the back end's just very bit out. Come on. There we go, there's the T, so we must have the green light now. Yeah, we have. Look, I can see the green light up there by my truck. So, this is where we've dropped off then, folks. I hope you did enjoy this big. I know it was a bit long in the end, but I really hope you did enjoy my travels along with me there. It was it some sort of train crane we took and dropped off. So, thanks again, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheerio then, everybody.